You could say that I like cars. I have dedicated my entire YouTube channel to cars. I like gas engines, I like loud cars, I like race cars, I like fast cars. We're living in an age where everything is transitioning to EVs and electric everything, and it kind of bothers me because they're trying to phase out manual transmissions, but at the same time they're trying to keep that culture alive. But I never thought I'd be making a video on electric cars until I saw this. This is the new Tesla truck, and I don't know what they were thinking when making this thing, because it is absolutely hideous. What is going on, guys? Now, this is a video that I really wasn't planning on making, but shout out to EGChris92 for giving me this idea, because there's a lot of memes going on right now, and there's a lot of talk about this new Tesla truck. And if I showed it in my intro, but I'm gonna show it right here again. It's just not something that looks good at all. Like, I'm gonna admit it. I kind of do like how Teslas look. I think they're pretty stylish looking cars. They look semi-aggressive, they look sporty, they look good for exactly what they're supposed to be. They're a luxury electric car, and that's perfect. And then you get into like the realm of like luxury cars that like look weird, but you can tell they're high end, like a Mercedes G-Wagon. It's a big box, but it still like looks good. But then you're seeing this new Tesla truck, and I just don't understand it. It looks like a giant doorstop. Now, I haven't really done too much research on it. I probably should have done a lot more before doing it. But right now, I'm really going off looks. But performance-wise, I'm pretty sure it's pretty decent. On a single charge, it goes 250 miles, which is relatively good, I would say. I mean, my car gets 300 miles, I think, on a tank of gas. So, I mean, it's pretty good, like, with longevity driving, if that's even a word. And then I'm pretty sure they said the 0 to 60 is gonna be in like 4 seconds, which is faster than this car. So, I mean, performance-wise, this thing seems great. But when people drive around, I usually feel like people wanna look, you know, good in their car most of the time. And just the design of this thing is just hideous. Now, I saw old renders of what their truck was supposed to look like, and I'll put that one right here. And it kind of looks like, you know, your standard truck. It kind of looks like I guess like a Ford F-250 sort of thing. And it looks good. And I think they should have kept with that render, and I don't know why they had to go and change things up and make this cheese block looking thing. It's just not good looking at all. Tesla was doing really good with doing this whole thing that they had, like, you know, good fluidity of their cars. They were curvy, they looked good. And then they released this thing with straight lines everywhere, and I just don't see the similarity between models anymore. You look at the Model X, the Model S, and I don't know if there's more models than that. But, you know, they kind of, one kind of looks like a bigger version of the other, and it looks good. It looks like a lineup of cars. You look at any lineup of cars, and a lot of cars have a big similarity of what their stuff looks like. And now you look at this Tesla thing, and it's like smooth, curvy, smooth, bigger, curvy, cheese block. And I just don't get it. This video is gonna be very ranty, and I apologize for that right now, but I wanna just kind of dive into it. Now, I know the one thing they wanted to do was make a cheaper consumer car, because, you know, if you have a cheaper car that's more on like the high-end side of things, you're gonna get more people buying it. I've heard a lot of things about Teslas having a lot of reliability issues, which I don't know what goes wrong on a Tesla. It's all batteries, so electronics do fail. But this car is supposed to be released, I think they said the top trim level, and it'll be $39,000, which I'm gonna say is more affordable. I was 22 when I bought this car, and I spent $32,000. If I spent another $8,000 on a car, I could have bought a new Tesla cheese block. So I see, like, kind of the way they're going with things. I just hate the design. Now, looking at the front end of this car, the headlights just look weird too, because they're not even like headlights. They're just like, it looks like a light bar that's just kind of going across that meshes in with the grille. And then they were saying that they were trying to make the strongest car possible to withstand people shooting at you. And then in the demonstration, they broke a window. But my thing is, who's shooting at you when you're driving this thing? If you're driving a $40,000 car around, I don't think you're gonna be in like a bad enough area to be getting shot at like that. I don't think consumer cars really need to be bulletproof. I mean, I guess they should, the way the world's going, but that shouldn't be like the main structure point behind a car. Because if you're looking at at the car that way, then the design makes sense because curves generally aren't as strong as like you can make a flat surface. But I don't know why you're making a consumer car that's completely bulletproof. It just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I live in a good area where we don't get shot at on the daily, and maybe that's where they're trying to target this car, is people who get shot at all the time. But to me, that part just blows my mind of why you would make a decision point like that. The size of the truck seems like a good sized truck. I think they compared it to all of like the mainstream trucks that are out right now, like a Ford F-250, a Dodge Ram, and they're all like the same general size. I think they said that the new Tesla truck seats 6 people comfortably. We'll see how comfortable that is, depending on how big you are. But then again, people could say you could fit 4 people in my car comfortably, but the back seat, you can't fit anybody. And then they said for the bed of the truck, they wanted to fit an ATV, just one ATV, and you can charge it back there. So I guess they're gonna start releasing electric ATVs. Or already they have that. I don't know. Everything's electric now, so they probably do have that. But it just sounds like a weird thing to design it. It sounded like that's the way they were designing this thing, was to fit this electric ATV. Now, I'm not a truck person. I drive a tiny JDM car. But for you truck people, I'll give you guys some specs. And it just doesn't sound that good to me. But then again, I have no clue. So it's saying they're trying to have a 7,500 pound towing capacity, and I'm pretty sure the newer trucks do a lot more than that. But then again, I really don't know because I don't know trucks. And then, oh wait, they're gonna have 2 different models. So one's gonna have a 6.5 second 0 to 60, and one's gonna have a 4.5 second 0 to 60, depending on motor options and all-wheel drive. Tesla, what are you doing with this thing? Just doing my research now, and they're saying that everything is made out of stainless steel, so it won't dent, get damaged, or corrode at all. And it's bulletproof for whatever reason. And then they're saying the glass is supposed to be bulletproof as well, even though they completely shattered it in the demonstration, which is honestly hilarious. So one of the biggest features that they're trying to like do with this whole truck also is make it so, I think they're trying to make it to replace like your Chevys and your Fords for like on the job working. So by saying that, they're gonna make it so you can charge your tools and everything from the truck itself without like, you're not wasting gas. It doesn't have a gas engine. So I'm assuming in the bed they're gonna add extra battery packs, or I don't even know how you charge these things, like maybe an alternator. I don't know how electric cars work, but they're saying for things like job sites, you'll be able to charge your tools. If you have an off-road vehicle, you can charge that, and you can charge everything from the truck. Now, my thing is, if you're charging things from the truck, you're not gonna be able to drive the truck because you're using all the power. So that's why I'm assuming they're gonna have an extra battery in there somewhere, or some sort of reserve. To me, it just sounds like a bit of a skeptical thing, because I feel like you're gonna run out of power and you're not gonna be able to drive the car itself. But then again, I guess tools don't really use that much power. The entire truck will be on air suspension, and it has smart leveling, so when you're going off-roading or you're just driving, you're not gonna feel the bumps as much because everything's supposed to level itself out completely, and it's supposed to be as smooth as possible, which is a really cool thing in my opinion. And the fact that they're actually fitting air suspension in a thing like this is a really cool thing. But I'm curious because I'm not really sure how strong air struts actually are. And if you're throwing things like ATVs in the back and you're going off-roading with an ATV in the back, I'm kind of curious to see how well they're going to actually hold up with everything. It's just one of those things we have to wait and see, because I know there's gonna be a lot of tests and a lot of videos coming out about this. And honestly, I'm getting really curious to see it. And I'm kind of also curious because I know Elon Musk is good on like doing things like unconventional, but at the same time, I'm really curious if this is actually the final design of the truck itself. It just doesn't seem anything Tesla-ish at all. As I said before, all their models are curvy and they're sleek and they're luxury looking, and then they're releasing this giant block of cheese looking thing, and it just doesn't seem right to me. Because you look at the older renders and you look at the new renders and just nothing makes sense with it. I'm just kind of curious if he's doing it for publicity, but we're gonna have to wait and see, because it says he's coming out in 2021, so we have like a year and a half probably before this thing's actually released and more details emerge about it. So I am very curious to see what actually happens with it. If you guys get this far in the video, comment down below if you guys like this ranty type of video. I do want to vlog a little bit more because I've been doing a lot of installs and reviews lately, and I would like to try to get a little bit more into vlogging. The only thing is sometimes it's hard to find topics. But do you guys like when I kind of just drive and rant about things like this new Tesla cheese block? If you guys do, just let me know. Make sure you guys throw a like down and I can do more of them, because these videos are fun for me because I enjoy talking and I have a lot of random things on my mind. So it's just something I enjoy doing. But I think I am going to leave you guys off here today. I'm not even sure this video was long or short, but I just think this Tesla truck is absolutely ridiculous. But I don't know, maybe people are gonna fall in love with it and everyone's gonna drive it, and that's gonna be the next thing you see on the road instead of a Toyota Corolla. So I'm gonna leave you guys off here today. So comment, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We got more parts, we got more installs, we got a lot of stuff coming. It's gonna be really cool. So keep doing you guys. I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out. Bye.